I'm a little disappointed with what happened last night, but I guess I should be a little grateful that Moose, was able to switch the vote and keep the votes off me, but still didn't go in my favor. Jacqueline still went out, and, now I'm officially on the bottom. Well, this just sucks, guys. We're on the bottom now. Yeah, obviously, but we gotta find a way to break that side apart. Yeah, well, at the same time, even if Moose does flip, I doubt that Brett would want to. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess it wouldn't be an entire loss if no one is with us. Wait, why? Well, can I trust you two? Of course you can. Yeah, we've been working together since the start. Alright, great. I got the hidden immunity idol. Really? Wow. Yeah, sorry for not telling you both. We were just not in the sort of circumstances. We weren't in dire circumstances, so I kind of figured I wouldn't tell you until otherwise, but since we are in a pretty bad spot, I might as well just tell you since I trust you both the most. Oh, well, thanks, Connor. Yeah, thank you. I'm definitely a bit wary of Connor. I mean, he didn't tell me about the idol, and based on what I've heard, I don't think he told Heather either. So he's been keeping the idol away from us until now, which makes me wonder how long he even had the idol. Did he have it at the start? Probably not, but it's always a possibility. It's something to consider. Heather, I know we haven't had a lot of one-on-one talks, but I feel like we need to right now. Oh really, why? Well, I mean, don't you notice how, sketchy Connor's being? I mean, I guess, but he trusts us. He gave us the information about him having the idol, and we trust him. I know, and that's fine. If he does use it to save one of us, then that's perfect. But I'm also worried on how long he had that idol. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. I'm not worried about it at all. If Connor wasn't on my side, then him having the idol would be alarming, but he's with me, and he's with Walter, so I don't know why Walter is kind of on the fence about trusting Connor. Well, guys, great work. Yeah, went perfectly. Just to ask, why'd you want to take out Jacqueline over Heather, Moose? Oh, we couldn't be so sure about, those long-term people, the people who were kind of hiding in the shadows, like, Walter, Connor, and Jacqueline. And Jacqueline seemed like the biggest threat of the three, so that's why I had to tell you guys to do it. Well, with us in a majority, it's pretty obvious that the other three need to be the next ones to go. Yep. Tribal went well. I mean, it was great, obviously, voting in the majority for the first vote is great. But I don't know if Jacqueline was the right call. I mean, maybe she was, maybe I'm not looking too deep into this, and maybe there's something I'm missing here, but I don't see any reason why we had to take her out over, say, Heather. It just kind of makes me skeptical, even more so of Moose. Alright, Winter, I'm willing to let the whole ordeal with you and Anne slide, but I just need to ask you this simply. What is it? Can you not see the reason why I wanted Moose out early? I mean, I guess I can see what you were talking about. I mean, he did kind of control that vote. He switched the vote from Heather to Jacqueline. So, don't you see why he needs to go? I mean, obviously, along with him being a threat, I mean, I get it. But, I mean, he's willing to work with us. I get it. And I 100% understand. I say we just let the two votes on the two people in the minority alliance just happen, but then we need to make our own move, and then probably swing in Brett. Why Brett? Probably because he'll be willing to make a move, and on top of that, he should know better than to work with three people who are, challenge threats. I don't really trust Scarlet at all, because when Anne went out, I voted for Scarlet, and she suddenly is willing to let all this slide. That doesn't seem entirely in character for her. But whatever. Point is, she is bringing up good ideas of voting off Moose because he did control that vote. Let's be honest with ourselves. He did. But at the same time, this is Scarlet who we're talking about, and I don't want to just let her have her way because I know when she does, she'll probably not need me anymore. Guys, I'm worried. About what? Well, when the Final Six does happen, I mean, that's great and all, but, like, we would be targeted for being big threats, and or the girls might try and get Brett and try and get one of us to turn on each other. Maybe, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Yeah, I'm still with you guys. Great. So I'm starting to think that this whole idea of staying one step ahead of everybody else might be a bit of a burden on my game, because since I essentially controlled that vote last night, it's probably going to make everyone seem like, maybe Moose is trying to play the game hard. Let's take him out. And it's like, I did not come back in the game after being voted off first just to get sent back out of the game. No way. I'm back in the game to win. Look up there. Coconuts. Man, I could go for some coconut juice right now. Same here. Hold this, Frank. I'm gonna need all the space I can get to try and get up the tree. You need any assistance? No, I'll be okay. I've climbed taller trees when I was like 12 years old, so this tree looks like nothing. There. Just like that. Easy peasy. Okay, well, you still need to get the coconuts. I know, and I'll be careful. Don't want to end up dropping on your head. Okay, then. That man is crazy. I know. Luke's climbed the top of that tree, and me and Moose were obviously really impressed because, you know, we did it within like 5 seconds. That being said, we're obviously worried in case if he does fall, because if he falls, then I don't know what's gonna happen. That man is one of a kind. Clearly. I mean, we don't teach that in the military. You don't? No. Ah! Oh, crap! Are you okay? Fook, oh my god, are you okay, dude? No! Oh god, do you need help? Yes, that would be good. Did you guys hear something? I mean, I thought I heard something. I can't really hear that well. Huh. Make way! Injured man, make room in the shelter! Oh, okay then. Luke, where's the pain coming from? My leg! My pain's in my leg! Alright, do you think we need the medical team to come in? I mean, yeah. Alright, Luke, where's the pain coming from? My leg! And how bad's the pain? It's excruciating. Alright, what happened here? Well, I was climbing up into a high tree, getting coconuts, and I lost my grip, fell down, and I hit my leg on the rock. Huh, and how's the rest of your body? The rest of my body, slightly bruised, but everything else would be fine, but I hit my leg on the rock hard. Alright, I'll take an x-ray and see what's up. So me, Walter, and Connor are just sitting in the shelter wondering what the heck that noise was. We heard a yell, and we heard a thud. And when that happened, we were like, what the heck was that? And then suddenly we see Moose and Frank, you know, bringing in Luke, who seemed to have hurt his leg. And that's pretty scary, because it could have been any of us. Alright, Dr. Mike, how are the results? Well, they are not really that great. By the looks of it, when we look at the rest of his body, it's not evacuated worthy. It's just very bruised bones, but when we look at the one leg he was talking about, yeah, he fractured it. He fractured a femur bone or two, and because of that, we can't perform, you know, that kind of surgery out here on the island. If it were like a sprained leg, this would be different. But because he actually fractured a bone, then that's different, and we cannot, you know, perform that kind of surgery and fixture out here on an island. So what you're saying is we have to break the news to him that we're gonna have to pull him from the game. Unfortunately, we have no other choice. Oh wow, we were completely out of the loop. What the heck happened? Luke hurt his leg. Oh god, that's not good. Alright, Luke, we looked at the x-ray, and unfortunately you broke a bone in your leg, and unfortunately you know that we can't do this on an island. So, Luke, you gotta understand that because of what Dr. Mike said, if we want to make sure you're taken care of, you're gonna have to be pulled out of the game and thus eliminated. Oh, no! I was doing so good up to this point. I know, and it's obviously a heartbreaking thing to happen. But, Luke, you gotta understand why we're doing this, right? Yes. We want to make sure you're healthy and make sure you are, in good shape. And as of right now, you're not in the best of shape because of that leg injury. So because of this, you gotta understand that we have to pull you from the game for your own good. Alright guys, please say your last goodbyes to Luke. Alright, bye Luke. We'll see you on the outside, buddy. Take care. Yeah, get better, man. We'll see you soon. Bye guys. Make the best one win. May the best one win. Alright guys, well, let's make it official. Luke is officially out of the game, but he'll be back as the second person on the jury. So, the game will continue like normal. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the immunity challenge. A massive part of me died when Luke just got evacuated, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. The man was with me the entire game, and I obviously know he would want me to win. So, I guess I just gotta push forward. To have a once-in-your-lifetime moment stripped away from you like that is possibly the worst feeling possible, but I obviously know that my life and my health mean more to me in this game, and ultimately, I'll just brush all the sand off of me and get right back up on my horse, because I've experienced things that people probably haven't, and I to this day still do. And I know that everyone is still going to be happy for the fact that I came out here and gave it my best shot. But now I just kind of feel like I want to play the game. Please let me play again. I mean, I've learned my lesson. I'll stay on the ground. Welcome to your next immunity challenge. For this challenge, I'll be giving you a sequence of colors, and you will have to go to each color depending on where they are in the sequence. If you get one color incorrect, you'll be out of the challenge. The person who answers all of the colors correctly in the sequence wins immunity, will be safe from the vote. Losers tribal council, someone will be the 10th person voted off and the 3rd member of our jury. Alright, with all you guys seeming ready, let's get started. Your first color sequence is black, white, gray, red, brown, green, red, white, gray. Everyone goes to the first color in the sequence, black. That's correct. Move to the second color in the sequence. Everyone goes to white. Everyone is correct again. Move to the next color. We are split. Looks like Winter and Brett go to green. Everyone else goes to gray. Correct answer is gray, meaning Winter, Brett, you two are out. Everyone goes to the next color. Everyone says red. Everyone is correct again. Move to the next color. We're split yet again. Frank and Connor go to green. Everyone else goes to brown. Brown is correct, meaning Connor, Frank, you two are out. Everyone else move to the next color. Everyone says green. Everyone is correct again. Move to the next color. Everyone says red again. Everyone is correct again. Move to the next color. Everyone goes to white. Everyone move to the final color in the sequence. Walter, Scarlett, and Heather say gray. Moose says green. Moose, you are wrong. Everyone else, you move on. Here's your second sequence. This time, I'm going to be saying it faster. Your sequence is red, white, gray, brown, black, green, white, brown, black, gray, green, brown, red, brown. Alright, follow the sequence. Go to the first color in the sequence. Everyone says red. Everyone is correct. Move to the second color. Everyone says white. Everyone's correct again. Move to the third color. Everyone says gray. Everyone is correct again. Move to the fourth color. Ooh, we're split. Walter and Scarlett say brown. Heather says black. The correct answer is brown. Heather is out. Both of them say black. Both of them are correct. It's a tight battle, but in the end, one of them is about to win. Move to the next color. Both of them say green. Both of them are correct. Move to the next color. Ooh, we are split. One of them is right and one of them is wrong. Someone's about to win. The correct answer is white. Scarlett is out, which means Walter has 1 immunity and is safe from the vote. Congratulations, Walter. You have 1 immunity. You're safe from the vote and guaranteed a spot in the final 7. As for everybody else, Tribal Council tonight, someone's going to be the 10th person voted off and the 3rd member of our jury. Won't be you. Anyways, got nothing else for you guys. Grab your stuff and head back to camp. I'll see you guys tonight. Bam! I wanted a brain challenge. I got a brain challenge, and thank God I was able to win it. I feel really good. And now I'm going into the final 7, so I'm feeling great. But I'm also kind of worried for Connor and Heather, because they could end up going out, and that could put me on the bottom even more so. Well done, Walter. Thanks. Alright, but how does this help our situation? Well, I mean, it also kind of helps because with the idol, it's now 50-50 chance instead of a 33.33 chance, so I feel like this did work out in our favor. I guess, but who are they voting? I would assume me because, you know, I'm probably the bigger threat. Yeah, but they could vote me just to throw everything off. Huh, yeah, this could get tricky. Right now, I'm kind of worried. I'm glad Walter won, and it strengthens our odds at being able to play the idol correctly, but I don't know who to play the idol on. I could play it on myself or Heather. The only reason why I would play it on myself is in case if that side is trying to throw a curveball and vote for me over Heather just to draw attention from, you know, us playing the idol correctly. But at the same time, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't vote for Heather. So, yeah, I'm really going back and forth on my mind. Okay, guys, well, we do have the numbers even if Luke is gone. Yeah, so what do we think? Well, I mean, Walter's immune, so it's between Connor or Heather. Yeah, I think we should do Heather. I mean, she's a way bigger threat than Connor will ever be, and it just makes sense. Yeah, Moose, I know you want to probably keep Heather around. I don't know why, but we can't. I mean, I'm not going to object. If you guys want to do Heather, then so be it then. I don't really want to take out Heather. The reason why is because even though she's a big threat, she's just chill and laid back. No one in my alliance is. Okay, well, Frank is, but that's besides the point. Everybody else in that group just kind of focuses on strategy, and I'm not feeling too confident with this group moving forward. I mean, I don't really trust Winter or Scarlett at all. I only voted with them just to, you know, secure where I stand at the time. But now I'm just starting to go back and forth. What's up, Moose? Nothing much. Yourself? I'm fine. How are you feeling about the idea that we have to vote off Heather? I don't like that idea, man. Yeah, well, we gotta do what we gotta do. It's part of the game. And she's just a way bigger threat than Connor. Okay, then. Moose is unsure where he stands. But the thing is, if he jumps and votes with that side, then that would be bad for him because, you know, we're put into a situation where it's a 4-4 tie. Now, would I want to go to rocks for whoever that side votes for? I don't think so, but at the same time, I don't really want to keep Heather in the game. I'd much rather take out that threat now while we can. And then we focus on, you know, Scarlett and possibly Walter, since they're like the strategic ones out here. And then we work out the logistics moving forward. Who's there? It's just me, Moose. Oh, Heather. What's up? Nothing much. May I sit down? Sure. How are you feeling, Moose? Not really thrilled. Why? Well, I mean, I'm not nervous about going out. I'm nervous about the decision I'm about to make tonight. What is that? I'm put into a situation where I want to work with you, but at the same time, my side wants to vote for you. Oh, well, just, you know what, Moose? What? Just go with them. Why? Listen, I have no hard feelings in this game. You are a great guy, and if you find it in your best interest to work with people long-term who you can possibly work with the best, then that's fine. Okay. What was that? I'm winking with one of my eyes. You can't see because we're Lego figures. What is that wink supposed to imply? Well, you'll find out. So, I really like Moose, and I feel like by him, you know, being upfront with me about being put in this sort of position he's in, I decided to be upfront with him. You know, if he wants to vote for me, then fine. I won't hold it against him. That being said, I am gonna have to leave him out of what I'm planning to do tonight because tonight is not gonna go in his favor. The wink that Heather gave me kind of made me suspicious that something's possibly going on. Is it possible an idol could come up from that side? Maybe, and if they are, you know, playing an idol, then is it possible they could end up voting for me? I mean, I hope not. I mean, I hope that Heather and I are still good. But at the same time, I can't help but think that that's a possibility. Guys, can I say something to you guys real quick? If you're planning on trying to save Heather again, just know we aren't. Okay, fine. But I mean, what if that side figures out that we're voting her and they play an idol? I mean, it's a possibility, but we gotta take the risk. Well, I don't want to take that risk. Why? Well, because if they have the idol, they'll be like, they're probably going to target the biggest threat of the bunch, and Heather is the biggest threat on that side. I mean, I guess what you're saying is true, but we kind of have to commit to this vote. I mean, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and we'll try again next time. Because we'll still have the numbers, even if one of us ends up going. Yeah, plus they'll probably end up voting like Brett or something. Yeah, because, I mean, they don't have the strongest connection with him. Moose is paranoid about the vote, and while I am too, I'm not really that nervous. I mean, that side may think we're voting for, Heather, and yes, we are, but it's a possibility they'll think, what if they're trying to pull a fast one on us? We're not trying to at all, though. It's like we're kind of making the obvious move, and they'll be thinking too hard enough, and if we cause them to think too hard, they'll make the wrong choice, and hopefully we'll get our way. But if we don't, then, well, I at least hope that they end up taking out Brett, as he's the only person in this alliance that I don't really necessarily care about losing. So, yeah, I've just been put through the ringer the last few days, especially after losing my closest ally, but I'm still having quite high hopes going into tonight. Guys, I do have some news. What's up? Well, I talked with Moose, and he revealed to me that his alliance is voting for me. Well, that's great. So, what, can we just ring him over? I mean, I guess, but, I mean, I think we need to make our individual move ourselves, you know? We need to have something on our resumes. I guess, and I don't really want to give Moose a move after he just made one on Jacqueline last night, so it does make sense. Don't get me wrong, I want to work with Moose, but it's just, I can't let him have this vote. And that's because he's already had his last vote. And he did end up taking out one of my allies. So I guess it'd only be fair for me to take out one of his allies. I don't want to overthink this. I mean, I don't think that side's gonna take me out, but they could be just lying straight to Heather's face. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna play the idol on Heather, because we might be getting played. But maybe I shouldn't think too hard about this. Because if I panic and play it wrong, and, problems might arise. I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. Welcome to another tribal council. Before we begin, we'll bring in the members of our jury. Jacqueline and Luke having come back after being medically evacuated. So, Walter, you've won immunity today. How are you feeling? I'm feeling great, Jeff. Obviously, it's great to win immunity, and especially for my age, I definitely feel like I needed this. So, Scarlett, you came really close to winning that challenge. Are you at all fearing in being endangered? I don't know. I actually haven't heard my name, but, people could be keeping ideas down low, so you never know. What about you, Moose? Are you fearing about being targeted? Being targeted is always on my mind. I've been targeted before, so... definitely keeping it 100% on my mind. Alright, so, Winter, what's tonight's vote being based upon? Well, it's based on who I don't really want to see moving forward, who I think is the biggest threat, and nothing personal, it's just the way it's gotta be. Alright, with that said, it's time to vote. Heather, you'll start us off. Nothing personal. Good luck to... sorry. Heather, I really hope the idol doesn't come out, and if it does and you end up being safe from it, I'm scared for my life. I'll go tally the votes. Alright, I have the votes. Now if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Yeah, Jeff, I'm gonna be playing it tonight. I was contemplating for a little bit, but, screw it, I'll play it on Heather. Alright, thank you. Alright, this is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes that cast for Heather do not count. Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote. Heather. Does not count. Next vote. Heather. Does not count. Third vote. Heather. Does not count. Heather. Does not count. That's 4 votes for Heather. None of them count. No votes for anybody. 4 votes left. The 5th vote. Heather. That's 5 votes for Heather, none of them count, no votes for anybody, 3 votes left. The 6th vote. Frank. That's 1 vote for Frank, 2 votes left. The 7th vote. 10th person voted off, and the 3rd member of our jury. Frank. Frank, that's 2 votes, that's enough for tonight, you need to bring me your torch. Frank, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, you may be certain when a vote comes up, but when an idol comes up, well, everything is a lot more up in the air. Tonight just proves that. Anyways, got nothing else for you guys. Grab your stuff and head back to camp. Good night. You know what pisses me off? Is the fact that I have been through 30 years of the war, got my leg blown off, and I can't even pull off, a once-in-a-lifetime experience like this. And I want this $1 million in this game. And guess what? After taxes, it ain't gonna be $1 million. I just feel like some rusty veteran with a mechanical leg. I've been through some tough times, I've been through the worst times, but this just sucks.